Hey, welcome to Toontyme, bringing you Newcastle United news and discussion. So first off, what a game! What a game! It's nearly left me breathless. There's the performance. Oof. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for listening, and yeah, just have to just talk about this. The game against Manchester City was excellent, excellent entertainment first and foremost, and the performance by the players was immense. They really stood up and they were counted today. Especially considering going 1-0 down and the way that they reacted to it, that they didn't fold, under the pressure. They didn't retreat into the shells or let the pressure from the fans get on them at all. This they 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 rose to the occasion and they embraced the pressure. They embraced the energy that that the that the crowd gave, and the response, it was just in that, especially in that first half, the pressing, the waves of counter attacks, the way they moved the ball, everyone working for each other, moving off the ball for each other, working back really really hard, and it was a all action performance from everyone. Everyone gave the role, and yeah, you could see the disappointment that they didn't come away with a win, but yeah, it was the type of performance that that you dream of. It's especially against a team like Man City, the way they are right now. And that's what you want to see from our team, that we can compete with anyone and be a problem for them and make them have to worry about what we're bringing to the table. We knew they were gonna have their chances. We knew they was gonna create a lot of problems, and then you saw they don't give up at any time, even going down 3-1. But neither do we, and that type of performance will resonate throughout the league. I feel everyone will look at Newcastle now. They could see us already looking, especially the way we finished last season. But they know that it wasn't some aberration. It wasn't some fluke that Eddie Howe is producing a team right now that's going to be really hard to face. And when you face Newcastle now, you know you're going to be in a match. You know that you're gonna have to bring your A game. If nothing else, they're they're gonna work. We're gonna work hard as well. So, and then after that, showing more and more quality, and then be more effective in attack, making better decisions, and hopefully we'll continue and start getting more goals. Even though today we got 3 goals, there are chances that were missed, that being clinical and efficient with the chances, that's going to come. You know. Yeah. So first and foremost, I don't even know who was man of the match between Sam Maximan and Nick Pope. It was so the both of them really stood up on my counter today. But I'm gonna speak about Sam Maximan first because the way he played was excellent. His decision making was brilliant today. He was making much better decisions. He got 3 assists essentially. According to fantasy football, he got a free because he won that free kick as well for Kieran Trippier to score that brilliant free kick. So that's 3 assists for him today, and that's what we want to see from him. That type of performance, and when he can do that week in week out, those him getting those national call ups for France it's inevitable. If he plays like that, Didier Deschamps has got no reason not to look at him. The French media will be clamoring for him to be in the squad because they know how dangerous he is. He brings that X factor, and that's what he done today. I mean, he had Kyle Walker looking like he was Bambi on ice or something. Is the times the way he attacked him, the way he attacked Stones, especially throughout the game, he was just relentless. He just kept going at them. He didn't get dismayed or frustrated when he held them fouls that happened. He he embraced it and carried on, and the more he does that, the more dangerous he becomes. Is what's necessary for him to take that next step in his career. You know, he's talked about how he wants to be an extremely effective player. This is the time for him to do it. He's got the platform now. He's got a club that's progressive and ambitious, and they will bring the players for him to showcase his talents, and he has to now show that he is off that level, that the players will look to him time and time again because they know he's gonna come up with those moments. He'll know what to do. You know, no more being selfish and making poor decisions. It's making the most effective attacks he can do, being as dangerous as he can, working back for his team. You know, doing the after ball movements to drag players out of position. That's what he was doing all day. You know, the whole front line today, Saint-Maximin, Wilson, Almiron, they all worked their socks off. They worked for each other and worked for the team, and that was nice to see that they could do that. But that's what has happened every week now. We know that's what he's capable of. We've always known, but that's what we want to see all of the time, week after week, and then all the plaudits, all the potential awards and winning things, and being considered one of the best players in the league. It's just inevitable. So that's what he has to continue to do, and I believe he's definitely going to do it because you can see how motivated he is. You can see that he's got teammates like Kieran Trippier trying to motivate him, keep him focused on doing the most he can do, as well as Eddie Howe. I know he's always showing him little details that he can continue to improve on, and if he does, the sky's the limit for him, and that's what he has to do. Just the way he played today, at times, when you say like poetry in motion, that's what he looked like. He was attacking with that. He was just a menace. He was a menace to them, falling their side all game. I know that Kyle Walker, after he came off to the pitch, he was like, wow, this guy's is a problem. He's normally had the better of it in terms of their draws, but now he knows next time he faces Saint-Maximin that this is a man who, as great as he is individually, he's becoming more of a team player, which makes him twice as dangerous, because that then being willing to attack with your team, it makes you more unpredictable. You know what I mean, and that's what he has to do. Moving on to Nick Pope, he was a giant in goal today. He has been since he's coming. He right now he deserves that shirt very much. Martin Dubravka has represented Newcastle very well, but Nick Pope right now is looking like that. Like he's just got that edge, and it's a well-deserved edge on him as well. He's filling up that goal, the commanding the box, the saves he was making with his feet. He was taking authority in the box. He just saves with the one-on-one when he stopped. I think Bernardo Silva when he thought it was through and he was going to try and round him, and he was out quickly. His ability as a sweeper keeper, he showed throughout the game. I mean, I remember when Sean Longstaff done a short pass back to him, and he was there, ready. He had already anticipated. He was ready to clear that ball. I thought it was going to be too late, and then Man City were going to get one of those goals where it would have just totally deflated us. That would have been the end of the game as well, because it was 3-3 at the time. Well, it's 3-3 at the end of the game, I mean, but at that moment in time, if things had gone wrong, that would have been them going up 4-3, and that would have been so unfortunate for the game to finish on that type of story. Is that a very poor mistake just destroys all the hard work that has gone into those 90 minutes. But he's ready, and that's how he was throughout the game. He was ready for anything that Man City threw at him. He made some excellent saves. That save from that right foot shot by Haaland, he's got down quickly and turned it onto the post. That's the type of performance that's gonna win us quite a few points. And you can see how consistent he is. He's really focused. He's trying to get to be that England #1. So that's a player who's highly motivated already, just within himself. But being part of that squad, that Newcastle squad, I know it's motivating him even more, as he knows this is a really ambitious project, and he's under a manager in Eddie Howe who's going to ask a lot of him. He's going to ask him to continue to develop. He's going to challenge him every day. And you can see that through all the players in the squad, that you can see that they're challenged, that they're motivated, and they want to keep moving forward and doing as much as possible to improve themselves as players. And yeah, that was excellent to see. It was tight between Nick Pope and Sam Maximin today for whoever's the man of the match. I don't know who the fan base feels is, but I know Sam Maximin won man of the match officially from the Premier League, so that's who we have to go with, I suppose. And he really was the difference maker today. Well, just as Nick Pope was, so it's really tight. I don't know, just one of those things. Yeah, so to see those type of performances, if we can just do that throughout the season, we could potentially be finishing top 6. I don't want to say anything further than that. I don't want to get too overhyped by the performance, because you gotta keep that balance. But if we keep playing like that, there's no team we have to fear in the league, and we're a problem for anyone. And just throughout the teams, the way they worked, the way they attacked the spaces that Man City left, you could see the plan that had been implemented, and they executed it excellently. It's like they were just relentless today, and that's what we want to see week in, week out. And now teams know when you come to St. James Park, you're stepping into a cauldron. You're stepping in. We're gonna make it. It's gonna be so intense. The atmosphere is gonna be rocking from minute 1 to minute 90. It's gonna be non-stop pressure, and that's how it should be when teams come to Newcastle, and that's what you want to see. And when we go away, we're gonna face the test as well, but I can see the players are ready to rise to it, and they know the first and foremost, we've got to work hard, and all the players gonna do that. They're really committed. It's epitomized by that midfield. This Joe Linton, Bruno, Willock. They worked really hard, and Joe Linton just always disrupting the opposition. Bruno with the quality, and Willock, he done some good carries today. He was working hard. He was unfortunate when he got nutmegged by Kevin De Bruyne, but that happens for that for the equalizer. But that can happen to anyone, to be honest. So it's just one of those things. But they worked hard throughout the game. They never gave up, and they gave their all throughout the game. Just they're staying disciplined in their roles, and just continuing to develop, especially Joe Linton, as he's moved to that role, and you can see he's developing more and more as a centre midfielder. He's trying more long balls now. I noticed he's adding more to his game, so that can only be a benefit to us as he becomes a more and more rounded midfielder, rather than just destroying and just a short pass or maybe a carry. He's showing more and more to his game. Him down that left side with Sam Maximin are building more and more of a relationship. When Target comes back, those three down the fans channel are they can see that relationship they're building, and it's just inevitable that it's gonna get stronger and stronger. The defense done quite well. Batman got caught out for the second goal, and The first goal was, I don't know what happened. Everyone got their heads turned a bit. The second goal was just one of those things. They're doing well as a unit, as far as I'm concerned, and they're continuing to develop that relationship with one another and understand each other's roles and how to be effective. They unfortunately do lack a bit of pace there in the defense, but with good positioning and understanding, they can negate it now and again. Speed kills, everyone knows sometimes speed just is so destructive to a defense, but if you know how to position yourself correctly and have that anticipation of danger, defenses can negate speed, and that's one thing that's gonna come as their relationships continue to grow throughout the defense. And Nip Hope has been an authority in that back line, and you got Trippier, who's been excellent as the captain. He's always sharp and making certain that everyone knows their roles and is switched on throughout the game. He doesn't allow us to turn off and just go through the motions. He's set the standard for all the players in the squad. You can see how to look up to him and respect his approach as a professional and as a person, So with that will make them want to draw the most out of themselves, and that's what's happening through each and every player within the squad. So it was just excellent throughout. Unfortunately, we couldn't come away with that win, but that's what happens when you play Man City. They are an extremely difficult team to play. There's a reason why they're Premier League champions at the moment. They made the semi-finals of the Champions League last season and the final the season before that. They're one of the top teams in Europe, and there's no shame in what happened today. You could see that we were disappointed after the final whistle went, but it's just one of those things. They learn from it, and now they know how dangerous they can be to anybody. On their day, we can beat anyone. We can cause a problem to anyone. So we just have to just move forward and take this performance into our next performance against Wolves away next week, Sunday. And I believe we can do it. Wolves will be a tough test. They're quite good defensively, and they have a good attack. But if we bring those type of committed performances, we can come away with the 3 points, and there's no reason to believe that we cannot. So I know I'm looking forward to next week now. Even though it ended up with a draw, I'm still buzzing. I'm buzzing about that game, as that's the type of performance I wanted to see. You could see Eddie Howe's plan. He wanted the players to be brave, in and out of possession. He's pressing high when he was in possession, being composed on the ball, making decisions, making runs for each other, trusting that that everyone's going to make the correct decisions. Everyone was unselfish. Everyone made certain that they trusted their teammates and were passing the ball into the correct positions and making the runs that to draw Man City out, to create spaces for each other. So that's what you want to see, and if that's the blueprint that Eddie Howe's putting down for us, that's gonna be a tantalizing attack that we're gonna see throughout this season. There's gonna be some games where we really turn the screw on somebody. There's gonna be So there's gonna be 1 or 2 games this season, if not more, where we're gonna batter somebody. It's the only term to can put it in. I would like to put it a bit more delicately, but that's definitely gonna happen this season. I don't know who's gonna be or when it's gonna happen, but play like that, it's just inevitable. You know, is that commitment and intensity. How do you stop it? It becomes extremely difficult to stop, and that's where that's what I know Eddie Howe wants week in, week out. I know that's what's gonna be drilling into them throughout training this week. He's gonna critique um, the mistakes that were made throughout the game, but he's also gonna praise them for the winning headers, winning tackles, winning drills, winning, you know, making correct runs. He's gonna emphasize the things done well as showing them the ways we can improve, and that's the way a team's supposed to be managed. You know, it's even in the good performances, you have to see where errors were made and make certain that those things are ironed out as well. And I know that's what Eddie Howe will be doing. And Wolves have got a real test next week. I know they're going to be a test for us as well, but they know they're going to be in for a fight for those points next week. And that's what we want to see. That Newcastle are competitive game in, game out. You know, if things don't turn out how we wanted, it's unfortunate, but we want to know that from minute 1 to minute 90, we've competed. We reacted well to the game from Brighton last week. You know, obviously we're going to be up a bit more as it's Manchester City, the champions, so the players they want to show that they can compete against the best team in the league. But to react how they did today, especially after going 1-0 down so early, it was testament to what Eddie Howe's brought, the mentality he's brought to this team, and the way that these players react to the situations now. They don't allow it to phase them. They compose themselves and move forward through any adversity. So yeah, that's all I've got to say on this game. Yeah, I really enjoyed that game, and I know if you watched, you did too. So once again, thank you for listening wherever you are. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. Peace.